Adventure seekers and family travelers. It's time to pit two Toyota Titans against each other. The 2025 Toyota 4Runner, a tough-as-nails icon known for conquering rugged terrains, faces off against the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander, a spacious and tech-packed SUV built for modern versatility. Whether you're chasing trails or loading up for a weekend getaway, each brings its own strengths to the table. So which Toyota truly rules the road or the wild? Let's break it down and help you find the perfect fit for your next adventure. So, this is Parth, and you are watching MotorNation. Starting with a basic overview, Toyota's off-road and truck offerings are the freshest they've ever been following a busy 2 years of new products. And after a long wait, it's finally time for the 4Runner to receive the modernization treatment. As predicted, the 2025 4Runner shares its platform with the new Tacoma pickup truck and comes standard with the same turbocharged 4-cylinder powertrain that makes 278 horsepower. A hybrid model with 326 horsepower is also offered. Toyota has retained the customary roll-down rear window, and the new 4Runner's exterior design remains square-jawed, handsome, and rugged. The rest of the package has been thoroughly updated, too, and optional tech features include a 14.0-inch infotainment touchscreen, a head-up display, a 12.3-inch digital gauge display, and a wireless smartphone charging pad. A host of driver assistance features are also offered, and many of them are standard. Don't think that the 4Runner has gone soft, though. It comes with plenty of off-roading gear to help you tackle whatever the trail throws at you. Expect to see the new 4Runner in Toyota showrooms by the end of 2024. While Toyota's 3-row Highlander counts fuel efficiency and the brand's reputation for reliability as its chief advantages, but when compared to other mid-size SUVs, it comes up short in one of the most critical metrics, interior space. To counter that drawback, there's the Grand Highlander, a separate model that shares half of its name, but little else with the so-called standard model. Larger in every dimension, it measures 4 inches longer than the standard Highlander, increasing cargo and passenger space far more than that small stretch suggests, especially for the third row of seats, which can comfortably accommodate adults. A turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder and 8-speed automatic driving the front wheels is standard, with all-wheel drive optional. There's also a Grand Highlander hybrid on offer. Thanks to a commodious, handsome cabin, a compelling list of standard equipment and safety tech, and solid road manners, the Grand Highlander is one of the most compelling mid-size crossovers in a segment deep with talented competitors. Moving on to what's new for 2025. After a long decade and a half, the 5th generation of the 4Runner ends, replaced by this new 6th-gen model. The model uses the new 2024 Tacoma pickup truck as its base and sports more modern features, but still retains a rugged exterior design. On the other hand, this year, a new entry-level LE trim gives shoppers a more affordable choice. Other changes include a removable second-row center console for XLE models and above, new cement and heavy metal paint colors, and one deleted color choice, Coastal Cream. With refreshments for the year, let's look at the engine, transmission, and performance. All 4Runners come with a 278 horsepower turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder and an 8-speed automatic transmission. A rear-wheel drive layout is standard, but a full-time 4-wheel drive system is optional and comes with a 2-speed transfer case with high and low range. All manner of terrain-conquering equipment is offered, including optional disconnecting stabilizer bars, a locking rear differential, and an off-road cruise control system. The hybrid models are available with even more off-road goodies, including manually adjustable dampers. The maximum towing capacity for the 2025 Toyota 4Runner is 6,000 pounds, a robust figure compared to many of its competitors. That represents a 1,000-pound improvement over the previous generation 4Runner. Similar to this, The standard setup in the non-hybrid Grand Highlander is a 265 horsepower turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder with front-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is optional. This is a pleasant enough crossover to drive, with more than adequate pep in its step for a family hauler, plus a settled ride and light steering, all of which fades to the background in daily use. The Turbo 4's engine note is slightly hoarse during acceleration, but quiets down at steady speeds, which contributes to the Grand Highlander's quiet 67 decibel sound level at 70 miles per hour. While the Grand Highlander won't raise a driver's pulse on a twisty road, that's fine by us. It serves its purpose well and is nicely set up for errand running, kid toting, and road tripping. In testing, the non-hybrid Grand Highlander hit 60 miles per hour in 7.0 seconds, a reasonable mid-pack performance. The maximum hauling power for the non-hybrid Toyota Grand Highlander is 5,000 pounds. Moving on to the interior, comfort, and cargo. If the 4Runner's cabin looks familiar to you, that's because it shares much of its styling with the Tacoma pickup truck. The dashboard and infotainment setup are essentially identical. There are storage bins strategically placed throughout the interior, and all the controls look to be within easy reach for the driver. What the Tacoma doesn't have is the 4Runner's optional third-row seat. Although it'll be a squeeze for adult riders, that third row should come in handy for kids or an occasional tag-along passenger. Like before, the 4Runner can be turned into a pseudo-convertible by rolling down all four windows, dropping the power-operated rear window, and sliding open the optional sunroof. The infotainment and technology area is where the 2025 4Runner sees the biggest changes over the previous generation. While the 2024 model was primitive, the new one is relatively high-tech. An 8.0-inch infotainment display is standard and runs Toyota's latest software, which we have found both easy to use and quick to load. A larger 14.0-inch display is optional, as is a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. All models come with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, USB-C ports, and a digital key system that lets you lock, unlock, and start the 4Runner via a smartphone app. A wireless smartphone charging pad is optional. While the Grand Highlander comes by the grand part of its name honestly, with a roomier cabin than its smaller Highlander cousin. The third row of seats benefits most from the Grand Highlander's larger size and boasts enough space for full-grown adults. The Grand Highlander's interior styling is different too, including a more symmetrical dashboard design. The XLE is a step up from the Grand Highlander's entry-level LE trim, and it comes with plenty of convenience features that family buyers will appreciate, including a power-operated liftgate, heated front seats, second-row window shades, and a host of USB and power outlets throughout the cabin. When equipped with a second-row bench seat, there's space for 8 passengers, but those seeking a 7-seat arrangement will be able to swap that bench out for captain's chairs. Thanks to the generous interior room, the Grand Highlander is capable of delivering long-haul, road trip comfort to all of its occupants. All models come with a 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen running Toyota's latest software interface. A 7.0-inch digital display in the gauge cluster is also standard, but limited and platinum models get a larger, all-digital 12.3-inch gauge display. Buyers will also find a wireless smartphone charging pad on every model. An 11-speaker JBL stereo upgrade is offered on limited and platinum models. Talking about the safety and driver assistance features. Toyota equips every 4Runner with a suite of driver assistance features called TSS 3.0. This bundle of systems includes basics such as automated emergency braking and lane departure warning, as well as more advanced offerings such as adaptive cruise control with a lane centering feature and a system that can detect if the driver is non-responsive and bring the 4Runner to a stop if needed. Similar to this, all Grand Highlanders come with a suite of driver assistance features that Toyota calls Safety Sense 3.0. In addition to basics such as blind spot monitoring and automated emergency braking, the package also includes adaptive cruise control, automatic high beam headlamps, and a road sign recognition system. And finally, coming to the pricing, the price of the 2025 Toyota 4Runner starts at $42,220 and goes up to $59,220 depending on the trim and options. The entry-level SR5 is the only version of the 4Runner that isn't a lot more expensive than its predecessor. When it comes to the non-hybrid model, it strikes us as the best value since it still benefits from many of the new generation's upgrades. Those who want to opt for four-wheel drive instead of two can do so for an extra $2,000. While the price of the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander starts at $42,310 and goes up to $55,495 depending on the trim and options. Even though there's a new and more affordable LE model, we suggest stepping up to the XLE trim. For a reasonable price, you get upgraded from cloth upholstery to synthetic leather, along with a power liftgate and a leather-wrapped steering wheel. This trim also includes heated power front seats, a choice of second-row captain's chairs or a 3-across bench seat, and wireless phone charging. So, there you have it. The rugged 2025 Toyota 4Runner versus the versatile 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander. Whether you're drawn to the off-road dominance and legendary toughness of the 4Runner or the refined comfort and spacious practicality of the Grand Highlander, Toyota offers something for every kind of driver. At the end of the day, it all comes down to your lifestyle. Do you crave adventure or everyday versatility? So, this is Parth signing off. Do let me know your thoughts and choice in the comment section. If you loved our content, do give it a thumbs up. And in the end, do subscribe so you don't miss any of our crazy updates.